Does it get any more hardcore than the name Atomic Skull? Let's go. Geeks was popping. Gold label collection. McFarlane DC Multiverse. Atomic Skull vs. Superman. And I believe it was an Amazon exclusive. Dope artwork. Am I crazy, or was there an Atomic Skull single release in a different color before? I Googled it and looked in my backstock and couldn't find it, but for some reason in my head I thought there was one already. Let me know in the comments. We got bio cards, we got McFar stands, we got whatever you need, baby. Superman, sent to Earth from the dying planet of Krypton as a baby, Kal-El was found by farmers Martha and Jonathan Kent and raised as their own son, Clark. As Clark grew up, the radiation from Earth's yellow sun gave him extraordinary powers, which he kept hidden. Now fully grown, he uses his powers to protect his adopted world as Superman. Atomic Skull. While on an experimental Star Lab submarine, scientist Joseph Martin was exposed to nuclear energy. Shipwrecked on a desert island, I almost said dessert. He survived by releasing deadly nuclear blasts from his mouth. His skin and muscles literally peeled off his face, inspiring him to create supervillain for hire persona Atomic Skull. He regularly clashed with Superman, both alone and with criminals such as Major Disaster and the Royal Flush Gang. In recent times, Martin reformed, fighting criminals with the Metropolis Special Crimes Unit, Superwoman, and the Teen Titans. Nice. Man, I gotta say, this is a dope looking set. All that purple is doing it for me. And that's Superman. That is, I think, the closest we've gotten to traditional from McFarlane. I didn't open my Wave 1 Superman, but I remember that blue being darker, but I could be wrong. They each come with an extra set of hands, this dope translucent display stand. Okay, this is going to make me go back and check out that Wave 1 Superman because I thought McFarlane had moved away from these ankles. This is definitely reused. That is ugly. And it is, and the red is a stark contrast to the actual red of the boots. That, I mean, who looks at that and says, you know what, let's ship this? All right, up first, the Man of Steel. Alright, so this Superman looks good. The head sculpt is nice. The paint apps and deco, really detailed. Looks much higher than the price point. Usual offenses, no thigh cuts. Had these awful ankles. Those McFar legs, they're stiff, not very posable. It's hard to get him to balance with the heft of the cape. But he does look good though, I'll give him that much. Oh, and these wrists, those blue ball joints, looks kind of weird coming out from his sleeve. I just wish they would move away from these. I wish they would move away from the type of wrist and ankle joints they use. They're just Not good. It gives you a 360. Gives a good tilt left, good tilt right. Good range looking down, good range looking up. Got moth joint, so arms get up yay high. Believe it or not, the hug is super duper even. Wingspan sick. For some reason, he has single jointed elbows. Full 360 at the shoulder and the bicep and the wrist. And of course, those ball joints, you can turn them in whatever direction you want. Have rock and waist combined for a little bit of a crunch. Leans back a little. You can lean with it, rock with it, roll around. Get a 360 up top, 360 at the waist. No thigh cut, no boot cut. 360 at that ankle joint. Split is great. And damage is in full effect. Bend over shallow, kick shallow. Thank goodness, double jump your knees. Can't quite get. Thank goodness, double jump your knees. Cannot quite kick his own butt though. Toe range up and down is great. Toes articulate upwards. This atomic skull is bananas. Even if he was a statue, he would look great. It's metallic purple and lilac. Does it? It's freaking awesome. Love the translucent hands. Translucent skull looks good. He's giving Lex Luthor / Iron Man vibes up here. Yeah, 360 at the top of that head. Yeah, tilt left, tilt right. Down. Kind of up. He's got moth joints up under there. Arms get up yay high. Hug range is wide. I don't think you want it any other way. Wingspan is super sick. And believe it or not, he's got double jointed elbows, giving you great range. Upper torso rocker gives you a slight crunch forward. Goes back just a wee bit. He does like to lean with it, rock with it, roll with it. 360 up top, 360 at the waist, the undies, no thigh cut, no boot cut. 360 at those ball ankle joints. Split is atomic, and damage is radioactive. Look at that bend. And that kick. Double jointed knees, giving that range. Speaking of range, here's the toes, and the toes are articulated. Atomic skull is the big one here. So the tip of his radioactive hairs, he comes in at 7.5 inches. Hoops comes in at just under 7. And then they come together as one, and it is one nifty set. Here's what I think. I think it's a great set. Atomic skull is fire. Although when I was posing him in there, I couldn't help but wishing for a thigh cut to make his pose a little bit more dynamic. Superman, they did a real good job on the head sculpt, but the rest of him feels phoned in. The blue on the suit looks good, but it feels like he's made of McFarlane Generation 1 parts that's kind of cobbled together. He's got single jointed elbows, he has those ugly ball joints, he has those early McFarlane legs. You can tell he's the budget of the box. So I'm not a fan. This 2-pack had a chance at being great, but instead it's just good. And with that being said, good is not bad. So I do like it overall. And posed just like this, it works because you're not trying to do anything dynamic with Superman. It'll look awesome on your shelf. Hopefully we'll get a Superman that looks just like this soon with better articulation, then everybody will be happy. So, all right, sound off in the comments. Let me know what you think. Did you get your hands on this? Do you like it or love it? Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, share a link with a friend that loves the plastic DC multiverse like we do. Until next time, geek out.